in VR. Let's see. Actually, turn them both off. Exit. And then get the right one on. There we go. Alright. I'm in VR. I have most of my control, well, not most of my controls, but the bare minimum controls working right now. And I don't even know what settings I'm using for VR just right now. It's I have a I should have the same resolution as 2020, so 3500 by something. Let's see. So 50% sharpness. I have fixed foveated rendering on. I'm getting my 90 frames a second. I'm going to keep that on for a minute, my frame counter. Alright, those, yeah, this is all my shit. Yeah, 3600 by 3557. So, yeah, this is the same resolution I'm used to. I also changed a couple settings in the NVIDIA control panel for some extra smoothness. Looks good right now, but then again, I'm kind of over water and shit. Okay, I can't set my throttle like I used to. Whoa, no. I didn't shut my engine off, did I? Uh-oh. I might have. There we go. Whew. Close one. Hopefully I'm streaming right now. I can't speak to the quality just because we're in VR and I can't really see the mirror anyway. So I don't know what the mirror is looking like right now. I'm gonna find out when I watch this later. But in VR, it's fairly smooth. Is it as good as 2020 right now? I don't know. Not convinced. I know I don't have a pilot. I don't know what that's all about, but the last couple of flights I took, I've had no pilot. And I kind of don't really want to pause unless I can do it here. The VR menu's not coming up. Alright, we're gonna... I have to do it this way. Alright, what did I want to do? Oh yeah. Camera. You know what? I want to try to change something here. Quality. Reprojection, world scale 100. Low latency is on. Dynamic settings. frame rate target 60. Let's drop that down to 30, right? High, high, high. We're going to drop this down to off. 6. I'm going to drop my shadows down a bit. Oh, I'm not even getting sound out of my, I'm still listening out of my speakers. Some stuttering, but I just came back. I feel like I was getting better performance before. Oh, I'm going north. I don't want to go north. But I'm 23, 22 frames a second. Ooh, not good. Not awesome. Why am I getting such crappy frame rates now? Let's drop all this down to off. Like this. Oh, wait. Let's try this again. Still can't select that. Yep, the mouse is all weird. I'm at 1/3 reprojection. I'm getting quite a bit of stuttering. I do have the stream running on the streaming computer, so I shouldn't be spelling that much, using up any real GPU power to stream. But frame rates were crap there for a minute. Seem better now. Am I stalling out? Is that an engine stall or? Oh, I can't. I have no controls over, no mouse control over anything. That's not awesome. Yeah, I have no mouse control over anything in the cockpit. So I guess I'm gonna crash, right? Because I can't even put the gear down. Not that, because I can't click on anything. Alright, restart. You know what I'm going to try to do though is we're going to lower all of this. Ultra performance, sharpening down, nothing. See if that helps. Well, I mean, it seems fairly smooth now. I think I blew out my engine, which sucks, but let's try to restart. Let's see if we can not blow out the engine this time. As well as just
Oscar 6 Niner traffic,
place.
Serpico Niner Niner, taking off runway 2 Niner straight out departure.
2 Niner straight out departure, right on. What did I want to do? Oh yeah. Let's see. There we go. Go with a few clouds this time. Knots is a bit much. Let's go with 6 knots. Okay, I don't really give you a lot to click now. Give that 100%. Oh, jeez. This is not how the other P-51 takes off. Here. I'm going to be able to click the gear now. Burn out our engine this time. Alright, so started at Petaluma. Oh, I can't turn left and right because it didn't save my fucking settings from earlier. Propeller is down to 75, that's good. And we can drop this. It's like man, it didn't save any of my settings from before. this plane. Terrain looks like garbage. So, can I still touch stuff? Okay. Alright, I gotta change a setting here. This guy, search by input. Alright, external view look up. Let's go this guy. Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, there we go. That'll do for now. I'm not going to get too invested into these settings. Alright, so rudder trim. I'm going to need to fix. Rudder. Just save it, just like that. See if that works. I don't think it's working. I think I'm pushing the plane. Yeah, it's still tilting left. I think it finally started working. Now I'm not as aggressively going. Rudder trim is -5 right now. So, right now, I have pretty decent VR settings going on right now, and it doesn't seem like it looks any better than 2020. It's different, but the LOD seems really low right now. And just the general quality of everything just seems, I don't know, sparse and not super realistic. And I don't have a pilot. I don't know where he went. But I haven't had a pilot since since the very first flight I took, which was hours ago. Finally been able to get back in the sim. Started loading finally. But that being said, not having the greatest time in it. Some things look good, some things perform not so great. Like, VR is kind of sketchy. Oh, like right there. I don't know. Let me switch my fucking sounds here. I want to be able to hear everything here. Alright. Turn this down a little bit. So frame rate's okay so far. Resolution is okay so far. I'm not going to go so far as to say it looks better than 2020 right now. Kind of looks about the same to me, and even worse maybe, because like the LOD is garbage. And I have it set to 100, but I'm not flying that high. I'm flying, what am I? Fucking like, yeah, 2,000 feet, 2,100 feet. And shit's just popping in. It's like roads aren't even look like they're finished loading. Or they're really low resolution. You know, like you can see the pop in right there. But then again, you know, the servers are overworked right now. That's why, you know, I'm surprised. I'm flying around. Like a lot of people were waiting forever. I was waiting forever. People could still be waiting. But, you know, I'm loaded in. Is it 20? I played 2020 just like a couple hours ago in the P51, and it looked so much better and played so much better than what I'm getting right now. But we're beta testing. Here we go. Beta testers again. These motherfuckers keep like we pay them to beta. Oh no, I fucking crashed. We pay them to beta test their fucking crap software. Which is, you know, that's basically what's happening. We'll be beta testing this fucking piece of shit for like the next 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, there's definitely some weirdness with the reflections. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to being in here in 2024 right now. even though they're like the photogrammetry is fucking ugly as fuck. Right now everything's not like, you know, it doesn't look so great, but we're in it. The game is playing, you know. It's small wins right now. Oh no. Are you serious? Just because I went into a menu? You got to be kidding me. Did like whoever's watching, did you see what happened? I'm in a menu. And it just decides not to work. My engine just shuts off. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Fuck. Why? Just because I hit the menu button and now I need to ditch in the water. Oh my god. Fuck you, 2024. I don't know how to swim. Well, can I make it to a swimmable distance to that island right there? It's Treasure Island? Is that what it is? Treasure Island? Right. God damn it. Oh, I'm dead. See, they start me up in the air again, but I still have no engine power. So come on. What a piece of garbage. Anyway, what was I trying to do? I was trying to set a control up somewhere. Well, fucking just restart the fucking flight again, I guess. Although, I think I was trying to see where my whatchamacallit, and my external view fucking pilot. That's not here, right? VR graphics. Yeah, I mean, I should have decent enough graphics. Everything's on high or medium. I turned off some shadows. Performance is okay, but I kind of hate this P51 though. Visual assistance, flight path. Disable crash damage. Yes. Disable aircraft stress. Alright, we're just gonna turn off all this shit for now. And we'll get back on to the more realistic flights when I get more used to the sim and when it's in a better state. But right now, HUD and cockpit view. No, I don't need that. Okay, so that's in flight interface. Online. Photogrammetry is on. Aircraft in career. Let's turn that on. Live weather is on. Multiplayer is on. Ooh, do I change my server? East USA. So Let's go to East USA, just show multiplayer in close proximity. Alright. Rolling cache limit. Can you turn off the rolling cache? Adjust whether incoming messages from other users. Okay, sure. Convert ongoing text to chat, text to speech. I don't need all that shit right now. What I would really like, though, is to be able to see my pilot. General. See, I can't find it anywhere. Advanced options. Developer mode, flight interface, no. HUD and cockpit interaction system. Wait, this lock. What else can it be? Alright. Alright, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna end the flight. And then we'll see if we can get another aircraft here. We have the Texan. The Jetson 1. Oh god, I don't know if I want to fly inside B-47. That's in there from the old game. Let's try it. Why not? A10. Two-tone gray. That's the only livery they give me. Alright. We'll see if let's take off from here. I'm not gonna bother. I just wanna fly around. I'm not interested in starting anything up just yet. I just wanna get a feel for performance and the way things look.
San Francisco Tower, Serpico. 909 are ready at runway 28, right departing straight out.
Serpico. No, fuck. And where's my gear now? Fuck. Should have checked where all this shit was. Alright. Landing gear is, what was it? // Yep. Okay, my trim doesn't seem to be working for this now. Ugh. I'm pretty sure I saved it to all aircraft. Let's see if we can set it. Oh, look, I have a pilot in that in there. So there's kind of progress. Even though this is the only livery they give me, and you have to buy more of them. That's some bullshit. And my shadows look like ass. And I can barely control the plane. I'm a little upset. And I can't get the goddamn menu up either. Fucking VR menu won't work. Ugh. Fucking settings. Controls. Search by input. Wrong device. Yeah, see, toolbar toggle 29. It's not fucking working. Yep, still doesn't work. Still doesn't want to work. Ugh. Such a pain in the ass. Control trimming surfaces. Look at that. Still doesn't work. Yeah, doesn't work. I mean, am I setting the wrong thing? mean, it works for the P51. Why won't it work for the set elevator trims digital? Toggle elevator trim. Flaps axis. Elevator axis, but that's, I don't just want elevator trim. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Well, the sun isn't as blindy as it used to be. Alright, how many knots am I going? I'm going 320 knots, right? Is that right? Something like that. It, you know, like this one livery is really kind of disappointing. It is really plain Jane. You know what I'm saying? It's slightly better for you guys, I guess. Is there an auto LOD? I'm not using it with the sim. I'm just using 100% LOD. Let's see. If I can't even get my menu back up. VR toolbar is hit or miss. No matter what fucking button I press. What the fuck? Doesn't seem like the toolbar is coming up for me. There's always a buzz menu. Alright, and then I gotta do this. Get that back. Hold on a second. VR graphics. So is that under, is this the LOD, the dynamic settings, target frame rate now, dynamic settings. Let's just turn that off. Let's see, is there an auto? Not in here, you gotta just set it to something. Let's try 140. Enable displacement mapping. Yes, right? Enabled. High. Objects level detail. Let's put that up a little bit too. 120. High. Anisotropic filtering. Maybe we'll set that. I set it on the video card, but I don't think it's doing anything. Whoa. Oh, that's... Alright. Yeah, let's try that. Although, again, I mean, it's still just super buggy outside of just basic flying around. And I don't think the performance is quite there yet. And like, I can't even set the trim no matter, it works on some planes, it works on the P-51, it's not working on this one for some reason.
Altitude.
All right. I mean, I guess there's an auto trim I can use, but I don't know how to do that. It just requires more menu digging, which I don't want to do right now. But yeah, I'm getting stuttering. It's not... like, in the state it's in right now. I mean, I wouldn't play it. I don't feel like playing this until there's definitely some patches done to it. Like, I feel like it's just not in a great space for a VR player yet. I think it will be sooner or later, like, and I think it'll be in much better shape than 2020 is right now. But right now, as it stands, 2020 is in a better state for VR, I think. And this is only after a couple of, maybe an hour's worth of playing all together with my current setup. I'm sure somebody will come up with, or figure something out with that'll change performance maybe somehow, but right now I'm not getting great performance. 23, it's dropping down to, and I don't know, 22 frames a second over the city. And it feels low frame rate. And I'm not playing with like incredibly high settings, but I'm playing with fairly high settings, but not incredibly high settings. I'm playing with the same settings that I usually play with for 2020, let's put it that way. And it's not great. You know what I can do? Hold on, we'll try this. Just gonna come out of VR altogether. And let's try to adjust something here. Oh fuck, I gotta do it in VR first before I can adjust it. Dumbass. Alright. Because I was super sampling. I am super sampling quite a bit. So let's drop that down to native resolution, or close to it. It's like something like this. 3130 by 3067. Let's try that. And then come out of VR. And then let's come back into VR. It should be on now. So now I'm at my native resolution for the headset. Like, no super sampling. And remarkably, it doesn't look that much different. It doesn't look different at all, honestly. But I bet it'll perform a lot better. Like, I should start with a clean slate, you know? Or at least close to a clean slate when it comes to VR and a new VR game. Let's run it without all the bullshit first. Or at least, like, the resolution. Let's keep it at the native res for right now and see what that's like. Yeah, I know. But it feels better. I'm at 23 though, 29 now, 30. 31 frames a second.
Altitude, altitude.
I'm definitely noticing, you know, the pop-in from the loading.
Altitude, altitude.
There is still stuttering for sure. And I'm dropped down to 23 frames a second now. Ew. Back up to 30. But everything in the cockpit looks good and legible right now, and I'm using DLSS quality. I'm pretty sure I'm in DLSS quality right now. Could drop that down to balanced. We'll see. Quality. Alright, we can drop that down to balanced and see what that's like. Let's see if there's anything else I want to adjust here. Balance sharpening 0, because I'm using cast sharpening in the toolkit. Alright. High anisotropic filtering is at 8 times. Texture super sampling. Alright, so now I'm in balanced mode. 30 frames a second. 31 frames a second.
Altitude, altitude. Altitude, altitude.
Alright, maintaining 30 frames a second now with balanced DLSS. Everything in the cockpit's still looking pretty clear. Yeah, I'm not straining to see anything that's reasonably small. I mean, there are certain things that I gotta look straight at to get in focus because I'm on the G2 or whatever. But for now, if I want to maintain 30 frames a second with motion reprojection, it looks like balance is the way to go. But that might also mean that I'm going to be able to kick up certain other things. Oh shit. Alright, let's sort of finagle a good seated position here. Oh, okay. And some stutter there. We're gonna move on in a minute, but yeah, the LOD is pretty garbage right now, and I'm thinking that has a lot to do with the servers. This is all being streamed in right now, right? Like that's what they're telling me, and if that's what you're telling me, then okay. we'll give it a couple days, or a day. But if it's playing like this crappy without even loading anything, like I'm dropping down to 23 frames a second in places where I'll get solid frame rates in 2020. And I did I turned on a resizable bar. I also put high performance texturing in the control panel for this game, as well as the TLOD, well, no, not TLOD, the negative texture bias setting I set to allow. And, you know, cockpit looks good, pretty good. I can probably upscale now in the toolkits and some, although I'm still not all that convinced I'm hitting 30 everywhere, because I hit 23 a minute ago.
Pull up, pull up.
Yeah. You know what, let me turn on Discord in case anybody wants to, anybody I know anyway, wants to chat if they're watching my shit. Alright, let's see here. Check 1 2 1 2 check. Let me just check my settings here. Sure, speakers Elgato, default mic. 1 2 1 2. All right, we're good. All right, so if anybody knows me and they're watching this bullshit, you can join me on Discord. Oh yeah, I have to. Did I want to change anything else? Yes, I did. So let's keep it like that for a second. And I wanted to increase some shadows. Medium, ambient include medium, cube map reflections. Alright, because since I lowered my resolution, I'll see if I can turn other shit up, right? 31 frames a second, but I don't know, it feels janky. It feels jank. Definite ghosting happening. I wonder what DLSS this is using. I haven't looked at DLSS Swapper or anything either. Maybe I'll do that. I'm just afraid to exit the sim, change a couple settings in Windows, and come back because of how long that might take. So I'm just going to fly around a little bit and change settings along the way. If, you know, if I can. You know what I can do that will maybe save some frames. It says I'm at 30 frames a second with reprojection, but it doesn't feel like it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn off my monitor. So it's gonna go janky for a second for you guys. There we go. So I just turned off my monitor and I'm just letting the video capture card pick up a blank signal. Or at least it won't be sending a signal to the monitor anymore. So that might save a frame or two. But I'm at 23 frames a second right now, which is not great for this area and for what, I'm used to.
Altitude, altitude.
Not great at all. I was hoping... I feel like it was playing better earlier, but then again I was playing with a helicopter. But I was hoping that, jets and warbirds and GA planes all sort of would, perform similarly. But it seems like we get the same shit.
Pull up, pull
If
up.
you're trying to fly a jet, it's going to take up more processing
Altitude,
power.
altitude.
If you're in a warbird or GA plane or a helicopter, it's going to be easier on the sim. Because as far as right now, I'm not, not overly excited about the sim in its current state. At times it looks good, but I'm just getting such inconsistent VR performance right now. In 2D it looks much better. 2020 it performs and looks better to me right now in VR. Like I'm not gonna lie and say this is a game changer, but who knows? Maybe my settings are all screwed up. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's day one. I haven't had any time to really tweak. I've spent most of the time, honestly, just waiting for this fucking sim to start. So now that it started, I'm just flying around and not really concerned about changing settings, but I'm just still gonna bitch and moan. Performance is
Pull up, pull up.
evened out that I've, but there's that weird
Pull up,
smearing
pull up.
happening.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, stuttering is happening. I haven't been blown away by anything yet. Let's put it that way. So far, it's been a pretty meh experience just flying around. Now, I haven't set up a lot of things. I've set up the absolute basics. I'm fighting with trim because I don't have any trim set, and I don't know if there's, I have flaps working. I don't have a gear button even right now for landing gear. I should. And half of the time this fucking thing doesn't work. Alright, so let's set up the landing gear button. Alright, we're gonna search. We're gonna go here. And go here. Alright, set gear. Toggle landing gear, that's what I want. Oh, jeez. No. Toggle landing gear. Zeppelin. Okay. Apply to all aircraft. Alright. See? What I just set isn't working. I literally just set a button for gear and it does not work. Maybe it's not working because I'm going way too fast. Maybe. So I believe there's an airport. Oh, there's one right there. Right there, 4 miles away. Let's see if we can land this fucker with no trim. And my rotors work, my aileron and elevators work, and my thrusters work. My engines are working, so I got, the basics. And let's see, my flaps work, right? Let's set landing flaps. Alright, going about 250 knots. I don't know where my air brakes are.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, I know. Dude, and that's not like a real runway for what the hell is that? Where's the runway? Is it, no. What is that bullshit? That's not a runway. That's some horseshit. You know, like, I do want to change things in Windows that I'm pretty sure will help performance a bit.
Altitude, altitude.
But again, I'm so scared that if I leave the sim, but I have to leave the sim for any of this shit to take. But eh. I can't. I have to at least land this fucker once. Alright, how fast am I going? For 280 knots. I wonder where my air brakes are. Alright, let's see if we can find those. Let's go. I'll go here. I did think turning off my monitor actually helped performance a bit. So that's good. Cameras, VR, toolbar toggle. Question mark. VR, activate, control. Balanced. Brake. Or a spoiler, as it called. Wing brakes, parking brakes, left brake axis. Okay, we're gonna go with spoilers. Spoiler axis. Toggle spoilers. I gotta remember to do that for you guys. Alright, spoilers work. Sweet. Alright, so yeah, this neck of the woods, I generally be getting really fast frame rates. Even with motion reprojection, it'd be butter smooth around here. And the graphics look a lot better than they do right now.
Altitude, altitude.
Although I can tell you that this A10 flies a lot faster than the Demos A10 that I'm used to in 2020.
Altitude, altitude. Altitude, altitude.
So in the external kind of view, it looks okay. Looks okay. But
altitude, altitude.
in the cockpit, it's kind of meh. No.
Pull up, altitude, altitude.
Like, I kind of want to turn off, or actually, let's, shite. I kind of want to turn off the, upscaling right now. And then turn on turbo mode. We'll just see. We'll just see. Hopefully we don't crash the sim. Or my plane. I don't want to crash my plane either. Alright, so turned off CAS sharpening just to do.
Pull up, pull up.
So I'm only really using fixed foveated rendering right now, which I don't think will make a huge difference. I don't really notice it being on. Monterey Bay Academy. Is that a
Altitude,
runway?
altitude.
That looks like a runway. Yeah, it's definitely struggling something.
Altitude, altitude.
If I want to get some detailed, like,
Altitude,
processor
altitude.
information, I would need to be in the binocular mode so I can see what the numbers that are being put out by
Altitude, altitude.
whatchamacallit, MSI Afterburner and all that, or Riva Tuner, rather. But flying around in this thing, not super enjoyable. The P-51, I have a better time in 2020 right now with the other P-51. It's Spam Can, not my favorite. It looks nice, but I don't even, there's no pilot in there even. Alright, I know there's a decent runway right there, the marina, so let's try to put her down there and see if we could take a helicopter up. Although I'm having a better time flying this thing than the P-51, which is surprising, but you know, they're both, like, my settings are all weird. There definitely needs work on my settings, and let's see what the community has to say about it. Like, I still can't set my trim. Certain things just don't work all the time. Like the VR toolbar button. Like, I'm pressing the button right now, nothing's happening. Sometimes if I move the mouse up like that, I can get it, but I don't know, maybe I'm looking wrong. Oh yeah, and also resetting the view is not the same. So what is that? What is happening? Pad, what? How do I get that pad? Am I pressing something that I can't see? Like, what is happening? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna try to put this down. But again, the VR toolbar doesn't happen. Alright, so I got the gear button works. So there's that. I'm at around 250 knots, so my spoilers are down. I'm full flaps. I set that up all wrong, but yeah, we're stuttering on final, so that's something that's carried over from 2020. Not overly impressed with the sim in its current state. It's okay. I mean, I'm sure in 2D, I've spent very little time in 2D. Just enough to get like acquainted with certain controls and the GUI, but no significant time in 2D. Everything has been VR. And that's how I'm going to keep it for now. And once VR is in a state where I think it's either in better shape or at least on par with 2020, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'm going to be as critical of it as anyone else. It's not, I mean, you know, some of it, I can't tell you what's better right now. Some of the effects, but the resolution, not so great. For me to get it running with any kind of like consistency, I have to lower my resolution too much right now. I'm thinking, but we can change that. I mean, I'm gonna up it a little bit, but not by much. Oops. Alright, let's go up to like 3400. Yeah, there's still some stuttering at ground level. I mean, the aircraft models look better at a further distance, so there's that. I mean, if that's one good thing so far is the aircraft models, you can kind of tell what they are at further away. Yay. Trim won't work, or maybe I'll just see what everybody else is using for elevator trim, but the axis doesn't work for me. And if it's auto trim, I don't know how to, oh my god.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, I don't know how to set the trim. Nothing works. Let's try to gain some altitude and see what that looks like. I've been flying pretty low. And in a flight sim, you shouldn't be, you know. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what it looks like up high. Ugh. Having to reset this VR view every 5 seconds is annoying. Yeah, I don't know if my anisotropic filtering helped at all, raising it or lowering it. So I'm gonna lower it once again and see if it changes anything. Full screen resolution 00, whatever. Wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. It's on 8 times. Let's just turn that off altogether and see if I can notice a difference. Yeah, see, it doesn't look that much different. I don't want to fly in the Grand Canyon and see what that looks like. Yeah. It's not. I mean, when it's smooth, it's pretty good. But when it's not, it's definitely not awesome. Laguna Seca. They have a helicopter pad there now. I actually want to see what it looks like.
Pull up, pull up.
God damn it, woman. Okay, well, the racetrack looks
Pull up, pull up.
better than it used to in 2020. Yeah, this A10 is a lot faster than feel like the
Pull up,
flight
pull up.
model is more realistic, though, for sure.
Altitude, altitude.
Why won't my gear go down? Alright, it's down. Finally.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, it's... frame rate's all fucking crappy right now. 25 frames a second. Let's try turning something back on. I mean, motion reprojection is working, and I set it to turbo mode, so let's see if, is that the gear? Okay, landing gear position, anti-skid, on. Alright, my flaps are all down, flaps are up. Alright, and then, oh yeah. So, we're gonna turn turbo mode off. And then we're gonna do this to performance as well. Oh god. Okay, like the ground textures look much better on the ground when you're literally on the ground. But anywhere else they look kind of the same. But yeah, you can see the light reflecting off the the yellow paint. So hooray, brand new sim, new effects. The road texture feels looks a little bit better, for sure. Well, I hope this VR can get sorted, because it's not in a great state right now, as far as I can tell, for like, you know, a fairly high-end system that's maybe a generation old. Like, it's a 4080 with a 5800 X3D. Come on, dude. Like, I don't feel like I should upgrade for this game, because I did it for the last game, and, you know, like, we finally got to a state where the sim's in an okay kind of state. Alright, are we gonna try a helicopter here? Again, I don't want to exit the sim. See, does it have anything from 2020? Actually, I turned off 2020's community folder. I renamed it so it wouldn't show up, but I did point it to it in the sim. So let's try the Bell 407. And let's go here to where I am right now. East Flagler mosquito control. Whoa. The foveated rendering is really... What's a TF? Again, hopefully it just starts me up. I don't have to start up the helicopter because I don't know how. And also, I don't want to spend an hour figuring it out. Let's just get up and fly. That's cool. I like how it does that. Alright. It's like fucking... And of course the whatchamacallit is not working. We'll try it at night for now. Oh yeah, it's harder to see the panels now. The rudder is sensitive, super sensitive. Again, I don't think I have any trim control. Like, the axis isn't doing anything. Let me see if we can get the whatchamacallit back up. There it is. Yep. Got a few clouds. Yeah. Okay, much easier to read. But again, my MFD, my GTN 750 or GX 1000, whatever this is, it's pretty dim. Map map range, comm frequency, clear. See, I don't know how to turn up the yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. 23 frames a second. I have no trim. "23 frames a second." And I'm in fucking Florida with no photogrammetry going on right now. At least there's pilots. Well, I haven't crashed in a while, so there's that. Now I'm at 30 frames a second. Maybe it was that, maybe it takes a second for everything to load in, you know, from the cloud, because everything's streaming now, to get to your target frame rate, because, yeah, it was not awesome upon load up. Oh, god damn it. Now this thing again. Alright, so at least I can figure out a way to get the toolbar up, I think. Alright. Switch by input. Alright, you know what? Let's go search for it again. I gotta set an active pause button. Trim. Nose down. Okay. Trim, nose up. We'll keep that there. And then we want for active pause. Toggle active pause. There we go. Alright. So, trim, nose down. Come on. So I don't want to be in a hover. I want to be moving forward. Yeah, there's gotta be something I'm missing as far as trimming is concerned. Let me try something. I think I saw a setting that I didn't really understand, but I'm gonna try it. Anyway. Trim. Set aileron trim. Okay. Now does that save it? So if I just stay in a position and then hit set trim, can I just let go of the stick at that point? See, that's what I was trying to do. Set trim. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I don't understand how trim works. I can't get it to work at all. I just want to see it here. Set aileron trim. That's not the right trim. Let's delete that. Okay. have to take a break. We're gonna have to turn it off, and we'll take our chances. But this is Central Florida, North Central Florida, Flagler County, and everything is really low quality. And my resolution is quite high, but everything else is kind of, the photogrammetry is low quality. The trees are nicer, but there's still those fake photogrammetry trees right there, as well as palm trees, which are native. So there's that. But the frame rate's been fairly solid. The photogrammetry, alright, you know what? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than the photogrammetry is. But I'm running at a much lower resolution than I usually am running. I usually override the res till 3600 on Microsoft 2020, and on this one I can get away with like 3400. Like that's where it's at right now, is 3450 or something like that, or 3400 even. And we are pretty much in the middle of, bubblefuck Florida, but it's not, we're very close to Daytona Beach and Jacksonville and St. Augustine, so it's not that bubblefuck. I wonder if my house is any better. But I don't think I can. Well, there's the water tower. I might be able to find it. Am I too far away? I don't know. Incorrect heading indicator. Yeah, I don't know if I can find it from up here, or if it's just not completely obscured by clouds, or trees rather. Yeah, so, I mean, we're in a playable state at the very least. I gotta mess with the settings. I'm getting really hungry too, so I gotta go stop for a meal break, an everything break, replenish some liquids, go do some normal human things. Instead of staring at the screen plastered to my face. But at least the sim worked for a couple hours for me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's online. I'm pretty sure I'm not special in any kind of way. Hey, let's look at the water a little bit up close. So there's that animation, which is not super realistic, but from inside the plane it looks alright. Externally it looks a little weird. Alright, you think we can land on a building? Let's try. Flying over the ocean, there's nothing to see here. Whoa, the rudder is really sensitive in the helicopter. then again, I'm only going like 30, 40 knots right now. I'm getting kind of blown with the wind, I think. And also, again, I can't trim, so I can't give her too much power. Well, actually, I'm going... Now I'm going faster. Alright, 70, 75, 80 knots. And again, the ground textures, are we... What were they saying? 6,000 times better? I don't know. Like on the ground, maybe. Like when you're on the ground, maybe they look that way, but from any kind of, like, from right here, those are clearly rocks, right? It's a texture map for the photogrammetry or whatever, satellite imagery. Clearly rocks. Shouldn't there be some, like, generated rocks? But it doesn't look like it. And from down here, it does not look like 6,000 times better. I'm gonna land on one of these condominiums. That's my condo. It's a landing pad now, bitch. Oh god. A little rough, but still alive. Alright. Now the test will be to see if 2024 starts up again in less than fucking 3 hours. Because I gotta take a break and I'm not gonna keep this running the whole time. Career mode, I think, doesn't work yet. Well, there's an animation for it. Rise of pilot. Oh shit. Alright, we're not gonna do that. Well, choose a start location. You know what? We're gonna go back to the main menu. We're not gonna do that quite yet. Activities, rally race, low altitude, landing challenges. Oh, look at that. This wasn't working earlier. A lot of this stuff wasn't working. Alright, we're gonna go back to the main menu. Yo, what's up, monkey? I'm here. I'm I need to take a break from that shit. I gotta get off the stream. I need food. I need a cigarette. I need some weed. I need something to drink. I just gotta stop doing this for a minute.